Hello and welcome to a quick and dirty review of the Gator links in Milton, Florida. This video is mainly for those that do not have the opportunity to come out and practice course before any upcoming tournaments. This is just a quick video. I will go into a more in-depth video later in the year, but we're going to help anybody that's coming from out of town to play in a tournament here later this month, the Panhandle Open, number 3. And yeah, let's get into it. Two key things to note. One, it stormed its butt off before I got up here, so there is some water on our course. Don't worry, the water drains off just fine. Secondly, a nice crew of people, hard workers, came out and cleaned the course up, did a lot of trimming. There's equipment out everywhere. The course looks like 100 times better than it did on this video. Shout out to all of them. They busted their butts and knocked out. It's going to look beautiful. If you don't have a chance to come see the course before the tournament, just know when you show up, it's going to look a lot better than in the video. Well, without further ado, let's get into it. Nice quick preview of hole by hole short tees, Gator links, Milton, Florida. Hole 192 feet. We do have OB long. You'll see it about 20 feet, maybe 15 feet behind the basket. You'll see a road. It's actually a fairway to another hole. The ideal play here, as I zoom in, is to the right. You see the blue sign to the next tee. Bring in something really soft, slow down on that hard pan surface, get your birdie, move on. Hole 2 is going to be a 90-degree left-hand turn just past those 3 trees in the middle of the fairway. The basket you'll see is tucked way left over here. The ideal play is to throw something that skips just at these trees and cuts this corner just right. Don't go too short, you're in jail. Going long is the ideal miss here. Hole 3, we're going to take a long turnover or a long sidearm down the left side of the fairway and bring it back in towards the basket. Be careful with your aggressive drivers. They will flare off this hard surface and get you right back in the woods. Hole 4, slight turnover or a straight sidearm to the left of that V tree. Sneak it in past those last 2 guardians. Be careful, there is water deep at the basket. Hole 5 is a somewhat blind hyzer shot. Use this leaning tree on the right hand side of the fairway as your guide. Bring it in on a hyzer just inside or just past it, just over the trees, and it will spike down on the basket. Keep it in the middle. There is jail surrounding this basket on all sides. Hole 6 sets the eye up for a hyzer. Don't be too aggressive. You actually want something a lot more straighter. Come in nice and soft. The basket is sitting in front of a little ridge that drops down. You will have a difficult putt if you go long of the basket. Do not go left or right, as again, it is jail. Hole 7 is going to be a straightforward hyzer. It's more mental than anything. Don't let the trees in the middle of the fairway get in your head. You're just going to throw something nice and straight just past this big pine. Keeping it finishing right of the basket is optimal. Anything left, and you're back in the woods. Hole 8, straightforward shot here. We're looking for something to sidearm just where he's standing in the white shirt. Come in, skip just at the wall's trees, and it'll bring it right to the basket. Some people choose to go down that right path with a straight putter or mid. That gap you're looking at is about 4 feet wide. Choice is up to you. Hole 9 is playing just slightly uphill. We're looking for something that goes nice and straight, gets past a couple of these guardians in the middle. The locals like to take a sidearm where my cart is parked to the left of the tree. There is actually a nice open sidearm path there if you choose to go that route. Hole 10 is another one of those holes that are more mental than anything. Throw that hyzer down the right side. It's got a free path all the way to the basket. Of course, the danger here is hitting any number of those trees. If you're off your gap, it's going to be tough up and down. Hole 11 is a beautiful downhill, slow shot here. You want to throw something that is slightly straight, not too overstable as it is going downhill. Anything down here in the palms by the basket will give you a nice easy putt. Don't go too aggressive. The hole's a lot shorter than it appears. Hole 12 is a slow sidearm or backhand turnover for you righties. It is sloping left to right. Be careful going too aggressive on this basket as there is water down below the basket to the right. Anything that skips in there on an aggressive sidearm will find its way down in the water. Be careful, play it slow, miss to the left of the basket, get your 2 and move on. Hole 13, we're going back up the hill. It's going to be a little aggressive on the stability. We want to play something that's going to skip up this hill just down this right side of this wall of trees. Make sure to give it enough. It does play uphill. Don't let the 190 fool you. Hole 14 gives you all 3 options: sidearm, straight, or hyzer. You're going to pick your gap. You're going to go straight at it, right at the basket where I'm zooming in, right of those trees or left of those trees. All three options can safely get you the basket, get your birdie, and move on. Hole 15 is a pretty aggressive right-hand turn. We want to take it down this left path. I will be zooming through the right path. The right path is a little turnover. The ideal play is that left path, nice skip shot, sidearm. Hole 16 at 159 feet appears to be just a simple hyzer, but to get a hyzer to get down this path, as I'm about to show you, is very tough as there's woods guarding it left and right, short and deep. The ideal, if you have it, is to take something on a right-handed sidearm ante turnover. The natural flight of the turnover for the righty sidearm will filter its way down to the basket. Don't come up short, tough up and down. The ideal miss is long. Hole 17, coming in a little bit longer than the last hole. We're going to go back to a turnover. That would be the ideal play here. Nice slow turnover. There is a sidearm option. If you have a nice straight sidearm, you can just punch it right down there. Either way, you're going to have to miss just a couple trees that's protecting this green. Anything left or right is very, very tough up and down. Hole 18 is going to be a pretty straightforward right-hand backhand hyzer. We want to take it down this wide open fairway, and just where these pines are in the left, just before those dark black pines on the left. As I look back at the tee pad, you'll note that the basket is slightly downhill off the fairway. Don't come in too aggressive. There will be OB between 18 and 9's fairway behind the basket. That is the 18 holes at Gator Links, Milton, Florida. Short tees. Look forward to seeing everybody out at the Panhandle Open, and look forward for more depth review later on in the year.